Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayate. नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनकारिणं चैतन्यमीश्वरम् ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणि निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणि जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा welcome you all for our Bhagavatam study. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam chapter 1 chapter 8 text 29. Okay, so please, who is allotted, please read.
Mariappan Prabhu.
Okay, 29 Mariappan Prabhu. Oh, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Prabhuji. Okay.
I'll read.
Yeah, please.
Na Hare Krishna. Na Veda Kasit Bhagavams Sikishitam Dave Hamanasya Nurunam Vidampanam Nayasya Kaschit Taito Stikashit Dveshais Sayasmin Vishama Madir Nuranamam. Nam.
When we read a sloka, if you read the synonyms, it becomes easy. I mean, just to just to read the wordings, like like for synonyms, that's a way to. From synonyms, they are properly broken and given. Like for example, na veda kaschit bhagavan chikishritam tava iha manasya nrinam vidambhanam. I mean that's the reason. That's a way we can read.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Na Veda.
No problem. Next time we can. So that's okay.
Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
O Lord, no one can understand your transcendental pastimes, which appear to be human and are so misleading. You have no specific object of favor, nor do you have any object of envy. People only imagine that you are partial. Purport: the Lord's mercy upon the fallen souls is equally distributed. He has no one as the specific object of hostility. The very conception of the personality of Godhead as a human being is misleading. His pastimes appear to be exactly like human, but actually they are transcendental and without any tinge of material contamination. He is undoubtedly known as partial to his pure devotees, but in fact, he is never partial as much as the sun is never partial to anyone. By utilizing the sun rays, sometimes even the stones become valuable, whereas A blind man cannot utilizing the sun rays. Sometimes even the stones become valuable, whereas a blind man cannot see the sun, although there are enough sun rays before him. Darkness and light are two opposite conceptions. But this does not mean that the sun is partial in distributing its rays. The sun rays are open to everyone, but capacities of the receptacles differ. Foolish people think that devotional service is flattering the Lord, get special mercy. Factually, the pure devotees who are engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord are not mercantile community. A mercantile house renders service to someone in exchange for values. The pure devotees does not render service unto the Lord for such exchange, and therefore the full mercy of the Lord is open for him. Suffering and needy men, inquisitive persons, or philosophers make temporary connections with the Lord to serve a particular purpose. When the purpose is served, there is no more relationship with the Lord. A suffering man, if he is pious at all, prays to the Lord for his recovery. But as soon as the recovery is over, in most cases, the suffering man no longer cares to keep any connection with the Lord. The mercy of the Lord is open for him, but he is reluctant to receive it. That is the difference between a pure devotee and a mixed devotee. Those who are completely against the service of Lord are considered to be in abject darkness. Those who ask for the Lord's favor only at the time of necessity are partial recipients of the mercy of Lord, and those who are 100% engaged in the service of the Lord are full recipients of the mercy of the Lord. Such partiality in receiving the Lord's mercy is relative to the recipient, and it is not due to the partiality of the all merciful Lord. When the Lord descends on this material world by his merciful energy, he plays like a human being, and therefore it appears that Lord is partial to his devotees only. But that is not fact. Despite such apparent manifestation of partiality, his, his mercy is equally distributed. In the battlefield of Kurukshetra, all persons who died in the fight before the presence of the Lord got salvation without the necessary qualifications, because death before the presence of the Lord purifies the passing soul from the effects of all sins. Therefore, the dying man gets a place somewhere in the transcendental abode. Somehow or other, if someone puts himself open in the sun rays, he is sure to get the requisite benefit both by heat and by ultraviolet rays. Therefore, the conclusion is that the Lord is never partial. It is wrong for the people in general to think of him as partial. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, you want to share any points? This?
Our Lord is impartial with all living entities. His pastimes resembles human being. However, it is not so. His pastimes resembles a human being. However, it is not so. His appearance are transcendental in nature. No material contamination like the sun. He is impartial in showering his mercy on all living beings. Pure devotees are always engaged in transcendental devotional services to the Lord with complete faith on the Lord and without any expectation of reciprocation of benefits like mercantile community. However, His mercy is equally distributed. It is noteworthy to observe that all persons who died in the battlefield of Kurukshetra in the presence of Lord received salvation. Hence, at the time of death, every soul must remember to pronounce the holy name of Lord, deep imbibed in subtle body. That will help one to get the salvation, Prabhu. And moreover, in conclusion, this text says Lord is impartial. Lord is showing mercy to equally showing mercy to all living identities. That much I have
Thank you.
understood.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Maybe at the end, all devotees can share. Is it really Lord is, not partial? Maybe, we'll have, each one will have our own opinion also, can may share that. Because here Kunti Maharani is saying Lord is not partial. But are we all really believe that? Maybe there is, this kind of question. Let's discuss. Because if Lord is really not impartial, then why so many things happening in the society? Why, some people are getting more benefits, some people are not getting it. Why? What is the reason? Maybe at the end we can discuss on that. Devotees can share. Now, Kunti Maharani is saying that no one can understand your transcendental pastimes. So that is the most important point here. But Lord himself says in the fourth chapter, I think 4.9, he says, Janma karma chame divyam, yo me vetti tattva, tyakta deham punarjanma naiti mameti swarjuna. He says, my janma and my karma are divya. My janma karma chame divyam. So one who understands it tattvataha, he will not get birth again. Punarjanma naiti mameti swarjuna. Says no punarjanma. So we need to understand his janma and his karma. Because Krishna doesn't have janma. He appears and his karma, his activities, he doesn't have karma like us. His activities are pastimes. He does transcendental pastimes. That is the reason Kuntimani says nobody can understand because he is beyond our imagination. Our tiny brain cannot understand. This same point, Lord Brahma says. Lord Brahma, who is the first creation of the Lord, after many years of tapa, when he came out from the Garbhodakaya Vishnu's navel, he was seeing everywhere dark. He did not know what to do. Then he gets a message, do tapa. So when he, after tapa, he says that I all that understood of so many years of tapa is that I cannot understand it. That's the conclusion. That, so many years of tapa, I understood that I cannot understood. That's a conclusion Lord Brahma says. Then what about the little tiny brain? What can I understand from? That's why even Kunti Maharani is saying that. So, and also when he appeared in Dwapara Yuga, Krishna appeared in different yuga, different avatars. But in Dwapara Yuga, when he appears as Krishna, he appears himself. That's why it's called all his avatars like Rama, Parashurama, Buddha, Kurma, Vamana, they are all called avatar. Whereas Krishna, he himself comes in Dwapara Yuga, is called Avatari. He personally comes himself. That's the difference, right? Avatara is one who descends with his expansions, and Avatari is a personally he comes. So he comes in Dwapara Yuga in the human-like form. People did not understand. They thought he is also like us. Some people thought, yeah, he is maybe a little more powerful, some magic power, or like that they understood. That's why the Kunti Maharani says that Kunti Maharani has seen him personally close to, because as a nephew, she has seen, and that's why she's saying this the kind of all human being are misleading. See, like Arjuna saw, even Kauravas also saw Krishna, but they didn't understand. At the same time, she's saying that you have no specific favor and you have no object of envy. Why is she saying this? Because Krishna did a lot of favor to her. But at the same time, she says that you have no favor. You have not done any favor. And you have no envy also. Krishna did not do any envy to Kauravas also. But there's always one but. But is that when any devotee surrenders to him, he'll take a special care. This simple logic, sometimes people may challenge that why Krishna has to do favor to his special devotees, why he has to do, like, this kind of question comes. Now, let's take a very simple example, simple logical example. Suppose there is a police commissioner of Bangalore. Suppose some, crime happens some part of Bangalore. Somebody calls him. He immediately maybe pass the message to the local police inspector, tell him, go and check what happened. That's a possible, the actions. He may not come every incident. Yeah, there's a major crime, yes, he may come. But in any other crime, he may accident or something like that. He may say, local inspector, go and check and report to me what happened. But if somebody calls him and tells, your son met with accident, he will call the police, local inspector, check, but he will come running himself because his son is involved. Because he is equal to all the citizens of the city. He is a police commissioner, not only his son, for everybody. But when his son met, he will come personally because he loves his son. He loves everybody, but he loves more his own son. Similarly, Krishna loves all of us, every living entity, whether he is a demon or is devata or is human or devotee or non-devotee. But at the same time, but is that when somebody serves him with unalloyed love, he gives a special care. The same example, suppose a parent has got two or three children. If one other two are very naughty, one is very obedient, the parents will have naturally little soft corner because they will equal. They will give the property to all the three equal. All this they'll do it. They will give everything, equally take care. But the child who is obedient, child does service for the parents, they will have soft corner naturally. So same thing here. So Krishna is not partial, but at the same time, he is special care for his devotees. That is the point Prabhupada is bringing out. That's the point Kunti Maharani is saying. So Prabhupada also throughout is saying this human appearance has been misleading. People did not understand Krishna as a supreme personality Godhead. And that's why the his transcendental activities has no material contamination, even tinge of material contamination. But at the same time, he is undoubtedly known as a partial to his pure devotees. The pure devotees, the more we surrender, ye yata prapadyante tam satatave bhajame. He says, how much you surrender to me, how much show your inclination towards to me, that proportion or much more than proportion, I will come to you. That is why. So the biggest lesson for all of us is that we take Krishna seriously. I don't have to take my strength, my power seriously. Because with my strength, my power, I cannot do anything. But if we take Krishna's power, I can easily solve. Many times that's what happens in today's society also. Any issues, I think that I will solve it. I'll work hard. Yeah, definitely will work hard. But if you take Krishna's help, things will be very easily solved. We know how Draupadi, when Durvasa Muni came, she had nothing to feed him because Durvasa, if not fed, he would have cursed. So she called out for Krishna. When Krishna appeared, she had Akshaya Patra. Akshaya Patra condition was that once Draupadi finishes, it will not produce anything that day. So she had to wait for next day. But Durvasa and with the thousands of disciples already appeared. Duryodhana made a game. He wanted to, Durvasa to curse Pandavas. But Krishna said, just check your Akshaya Patra because I am hungry. Feed me something. Draupadi said, nothing is there. Then Krishna said, no, no, check again. Then she found one grain. When that grain is given to Krishna, Krishna, wow, he said, wonderful, my stomach is full. As soon as Krishna said, my stomach is full, all the thousands of Durvasa's disciples, the stomach is full. So now they thought, if we go to the Yudhishthira's place, we cannot eat anything. Bhima will chase us because Bhima will get angry. We have cooked so much, what you will do? So they ran away from that, they did not come back. The point is that when we surrender to Krishna, Krishna solves the problem. That tinge of the change in our mentality is that whenever there is a problem, any issue, take Krishna surrender. Whether success or failure, takes Krishna surrender. That is the point we should understand. With that little change in our attitude, many of our problem can be easily solved. That's why Prabhupada says capacities of receptacle differ. So Krishna gives everything. The receptacle, like how much I receive is up to me. That is the capacity, my capacity. Service is available. Now, for example, Janmashtami, service is available for everybody. Everybody got equal opportunity, whether you go out every day, or sit at home, watch TV or whatever, it's up to me. But opportunity is there. It's up to me how much I have to get. I just give an example, Janmashtami. Like that, so many things are there. But it's up to me how much I want to take it. So that little endeavor is required from my side. That's why Acharya is saying, intelligence, memory, beauty, strength, everything given by Krishna, but attitude is mine. I'll have the capacity, I'll have everything, but that attitude should be there. Yes, let me do this something for Krishna so that my life purified is for my benefit, not for somebody else's benefit. Others, Krishna doesn't require my service. Krishna has got sahasra Lakshmis to serve him. The millions of devatas are serving. He doesn't require my service. But by serving him, my life will get purified. I'm become purer and I can go back to him. That's why. But at the same time, Prabhupada says, devotees does not do any mercantile, does not business. They don't do, okay, I do this, give me this. No, Prabhupada says a mercantile house render service to the someone in exchange of values. The pure devotee does not render service to the Lord in exchange of anything. So devotees, they don't ask anything. Their only request is that Krishna, please engage in your service. Hey Radhe, please engage in Krishna's service. That is the only request. Because whether put in a hell or a heaven, or make me rich or make me bad or make me poor or make me sick, whatever it is, I'm okay. I will accept it. Whatever you give, I'll accept it. But just give me a service without any offense to any Vaishnavas. That is the only request a devotee asks, because service to Krishna, service to Vaishnava is the only thing which can make us life perfect. That's why Prabhupada says, when the purpose is served, there is no more relation with the Lord. When we have a demand, then there is no relation. Like any material relationship, whether family or business, if you stick to your monetary things, then the relationship not there. If there is the relationship, then we don't do business there. So that's why Prabhupada is saying a suffering man, if he is pious at all, praise the Lord for his recovery. But as soon as the recovery is over, the most cases suffering man no longer cares for his connection with the Lord. So when there is a problem, we go to the Lord, ask, why you are giving this problem to me? Why can't you solve it? Please solve my problem. But as soon as my problem is solved, I forget it. I don't bother. So that is the difference. So we should have that gratitude, because Krishna has given me so much. Have that gratitude throughout my life. So that's why Prabhupada is saying that those who ask for the Lord's favor only at the time of necessity are partial recipient of the mercy. Even for them, Krishna gives mercy. It's not that he is conjuice. He gives, but they are at they receive partial. They will not give full. They will not get full mercy, because Krishna knows this man is only coming for my favors. Now, same thing you take in your day-to-day life also. Somebody comes and every time asks something only, doesn't do anything else, doesn't do any service. They only demand. You will also feel, no, how much I'll give it him. He every day is coming only for problems, solve his problems. He has nothing want to do for others. He doesn't want to give anything to us. He doesn't want to do anything for others. You will also feel, right? Same thing, Krishna's. I remember a joke. Generally, people don't have habit of giving. People have a habit of taking. You want, want more for me only. I don't want to give. There was a businessman going on a boat. So off the way, the water started coming in. The boatman said, "We are in the danger. So if at all, if you want to save, better swim yourself." So we fell into the water. So other people in the boat, they also said, "Okay, give me a hand. I'll hold. I'll try to save you." But he's not ready to give. Finally, someone said, "No, he is a conjuice businessman. He doesn't know how to give. Ask him to take your hand." As soon as somebody said, "Take my hand," he grabbed. The difference is that the people have mentality of taking. If you give anything free, they'll take. But if you ask anything to give, no. But we should develop that habit of give, because whatever given is mine. Kannada, there is a proverb, "Kottaddu tanage bachitaddu pararige." So whatever given is mine, whatever I hoard it myself, that is for others. So that is the mentality should change. So Prabhupada also talks about, even the enemies who died in the battlefield, they also get delivered, because who has seen Krishna at the time of death, they got delivered. Antakalecha mame kasmanukta kalevaram. Krishna himself says, whoever remembers me, whoever sees me at the time of death, they get his Vishnu Loka. So that's why devotees always keep this Kantimala, and they always put tilak. They always have a Krishna's photo at home, and always keep hearing about Krishna, because we don't know when our death will come. At the time of death, if you're able to remember Krishna, definitely Vishnu Dutas will come, like Ajamela story, or So Yamadutas will not come. That's why we should always remember Krishna, always see Krishna. We'll make our house or surroundings such a way that we are always surrounded by Krishna conscious people, always surrounded by Krishna conscious things, so that this life itself becomes successful. I don't know when I will leave this body, but I should always prepare for it. I should be ready for it. Anytime, whatever comes, yes, I'm ready to come. Like a child from the school in a hostel, staying in a hostel, as soon as the schooler says, "Okay, now we can go back home," child happily runs home, because so many days or so many months child is away from parents. Similarly, we are away from Krishna so many lives. Now get an opportunity to go back to him. I should be happily run. Yes, I'm going back to my home. Allirudu nammane, illirudu summane. Dasar says, that is my house. That is my eternal home. I should able to, this is a rented house. Anytime I'll be vacated. So this body is very temporary. I should go back. That's why Prabhupada says, if someone puts himself open to sun rays, he is sure to get requisite benefit of both heat and ultraviolet rays. So Krishna's mercy is coming like sun rays. Only thing is, I have to open myself. I have to receive it. So like sun is not partial. He gives mercy to stone, water, plants, everywhere. Whether it's demon or devata, he gives. But only thing is, what we take is important. Similarly, Krishna's mercy also is up to me how much I take. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti says, who will decide the truth about you if there is a disagreement? No, no one can decide. This is explained in two verses. No one knows the plan of you, desire. This is again, Vishwanath Chakravarti writes in the mood of Kunti Maharani. He says, to make the knowledge of those who speculate about the scriptures useless, or no one knows the plan of you to desire the place or role human beings. He writes that, he says, the sun shows attachment to the sunstone by imparting his own qualities. So he gives example of sun here, and finally says, different people relate with the Lord in a different ways according to their qualities. It's up to me how much I relate to Krishna, how much I work for Krishna, how much I appreciate and how much I glorify. Prabhupada also says, somebody is glorifying Krishna, we are not flattering. It is not flattering like not like any other politicians or people flatter to get some benefit. No, because devotee doesn't want anything from Krishna. Why should he flatter? He is glorifying Lord for his own purification, his own benefit. That is the result. With this, I'll stop here. Devotees can share your thoughts and comments. Please go ahead if I missed any points. Yeah. Anyone? Rajaratna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
With our material eyes, it is impossible to see Bhagavan. But Sanatana Goswami says in one of his books, Kripa Sakti, that is with his causeless mercy of Krishna. That is through the bhakti, pure bhakti, it is possible, he says actually. As with this material world eyes, it is possible, he says in his book actually. But however, in this situation, for us actually, it is very difficult to reach to that stage because those people lived at that stage is different. Now, what we live in this stage is different actually. Because when Vyasadeva was doing tapas, he was, there is a story like that actually. He was doing somewhere near Mana, near Badrinath. But there itself, when he was hearing the sound of Saraswati, he was telling, Saraswati, keep quiet. So after immediately she went inside. That's what there is things actually. Saraswati has gone inside the ground and it goes and joining Alakananda. So in such a way they have done the tapas. But what we live in this place is material world. It is very, 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 very difficult actually to come out from all these things only with the costless mercy of Bhagavan only. But at the same time, we can see his support through some of our incidences. Suppose whenever we meet some kind of some difficulties, definitely when you are in a constant touch with, some doing chanting and other things, doing Krishna conscious, definitely he will come and support you at that time. Definitely you can see that actually. You can you can experience, definitely. By experience, you can understand. Because I have experienced on many times actually. When I was going for a Chardham trip, there was a big rain in Chennai. We had to wait 1 kilometer away from that central station. We are waiting. We are unable to go. Such a big traffic. We were waiting almost 45 minutes to 1 hour. At last, it went inside just 5 minutes before that. We entered there. At that time, when we entered, there were some 3-4 porters were there in the platform in the outside. Normally, they will not be there. So they were stating that they were carrying all those things. And literally, they have moved inside and put it in a small cart. And just when we got inside, the train has started. So it's like that, actually, he will come for the rescue. Definitely. We can feel like this. Maybe we can't see him visually.
True.
That's what I can say.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Sumit, Prabhu, did I miss any other point?
No, Prabhu. So I joined in between. So like some points which I think is like Lord is not partial to anybody. Sometimes it seems like he's partial, but he's not partial. So like the example of sun is given. Sun is equal to everyone, and its rays are everywhere. So if we are hiding in a window and say in a house without with the windows closed, and we think a sun is not giving sun rays to us, so that is not correct because we have to open the windows and come out. So one more example I can give, like in the olden days the TV signals are there, right? So we are having antennas. We have to align those antennas to a particular orientation, then only the signal will come. So similarly, Lord's mercy is everywhere. We have to catch that mercy. We have to align our consciousness towards the devotional service, and then we can experience that mercy. So yeah, so Lord is impartial actually.
Yeah. Maybe anyone has got a different opinion. Tomorrow, let's debate on this. Okay. Now, others, maybe start with the other side. Varsha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So today's takeaway is surrender to Krishna, and I should try to increase my capacity more to get Krishna's mercy. So I should work on that, Prabhuji. That's what I understood. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Umar Shankar, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Abhishek.
So we have to come to the realization that Krishna is no ordinary person. He is the highest of everybody and supreme, and he is the provider of everything. So he is complete by everything, Prabhuji. So we have to seek the mercy through proper devotional service, Prabhuji. That's it.
Shruti Mataji, anything?
Yes, Prabhu, we should always have the giving attitude, and by serving Krishna, we should always remember Krishna, serve Krishna, and should never expect anything from anyone else. Like God always gives, and also our final destination is going to back to Godhead. That should be our main goal. Only when we do all these sevas regularly, then only we can remember Krishna in our final stages of death. Only through regular practice, satsanga, and japa, and also always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. And whatever we have, when we give, it comes back to us. Whatever we hide, as you told, bachittadu pararige, that goes to somebody else. So always have the giving attitude. Giving means not always, if you don't have Lakshmi, you can give jnana, knowledge, or even discussing about Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. All these are also giving. That's what I understood, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, Samapti Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, actually, by listening this partial, impartial, I remember one thing. Actually, in Mahabharata, Kauravas, Pandavas are there. So everybody used to tell that why Pandavas own because of Krishna only, like that. It's why we are talking partial, impartial. Everybody used to tell that Krishna is partial. He helped Arjuna. Actually, that is not correct. They are actually truthful. They maintaining the truthful, and they are devotees of Krishna. That's why Krishna protect them. And we can see Krishna can go in any point to protect the devotee. Like he himself took the will to kill Bhishma. Okay, and Kanna also you can see. So like that way, Krishna is not a partial. Krishna always protective for his devotees. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
So those who are here not in the Bhagavatam group, please put your number so that Shruti Mataji can take and allocate the slokas. Or those who want to read also, please allocate, put your message here so that Mataji can take down your number. Okay. So next, who else? Yeah, Meena Mataji, anything you want to say?
Nothing, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mariappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, my tiny brain cannot understand Lord. All his avatar is beyond my imagination. No envy, no favorism. No, when there is a surrender, God is, Lord is supportive for unalloyed,
Yes, Prabhu.
for unalloyed love of pure devotees is recognized and complimented by Lord. Example of that police officer and the son's accident, I can understand effectively. I request for service through intensive chanting. I request for opportunity for service through intensive chanting. By servicing, by devotional service, Lord, my soul is purified. I should not mercantile business, do mercantile business with Krishna. That becomes a karma kanda. Habit of, I must develop the habit of give. I must develop a habit of giving. And that story of a boat accident is also effectively understood. Like a hostel child going back home happily, I must also be prepared to go back to Godhead always. That much I have understood, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare
It
Krishna.
is not my soul, it's me. Because me is the soul. So that's it. Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, Kartik Prabhu, want to say anything? Kartik Prabhu, Niraja Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
So, as few things I have understood today is Lord is always impartial to anyone, so he is not partial to any of the living beings. And another thing is like Lord's mercy is like sun rays; it's always there, coming to us. It's only we also have to reciprocate to receive His mercy by giving, and also it should not be true bhakti should be like always not like asking the Lord so many things. Instead, we should start giving. We should reciprocate true love towards the God. Yeah, these are the things I understood, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Neeraja Mataji, anything you would say?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji.
If we pray 50%, Krishna will give 50% mercy only. If we pray 100% without any expectations from Krishna, he will only take care of us. He knows everything about us, and he watch our every moment of our life. So this is what I have understood in this class,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Ramesh, Prabhu, anything?
No, Prabhu.
Okay.
Please continue.
Murali, Prabhu? No? Okay. Lakshmi Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
No, Mataji.
Yes, Krishna is not partial, but we should surrender ourselves and we should serve Krishna. That is our duty. That's all.
Thank you, Mataji. Puja Mataji, anything in that? Did I miss anything? Okay. Who else missed? Archana Mataji, anything?
Nothing, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So, not missed anyone, right? Okay. Anyway, we'll stop here, no? If anyone else want to say anything? If I missed anything? No? Okay. So, we'll continue tomorrow. Well, and today's topic, if you have any doubts, please rise tomorrow. Let's discuss on this topic, whether Krishna is really partial or not. Maybe let's all of us take in some example, why is partial, why is not partial. Maybe you can share that also. Okay, so we'll stop this. Vancha kalpatarabhyasya kripa sindhubhya patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo ananta koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining. We'll see you tomorrow. Those who are Shruti Mataji, you have taken one number, no?
Prabhu, yes, taken Puja Mataji's number.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll
thank
end the call.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.